Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? This is the 1 minute early club. So any second, there's going to be loads and loads of comments coming through. But I want to welcome you to Tuesday nights. We are live, and hello, we are now officially live. So now is when all the people are going to start coming. And what's going on, everyone? So tonight, I'm going to be doing the updated Harry Styles haircut, and I've gotten a lot of requests for this. So I appreciate, hello everybody, I appreciate everyone. Like I said, this is like a very, very popular haircut. It's actually a really cool haircut, and I've gotten lots of requests. So hello to everybody, welcome. We're gonna have some fun every Tuesday night. We're gonna be live at this time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a quick heads up, if you can hear me, just say yes in the comments so I know that you can hear me, and we'll get started with the haircut. How's everybody doing? Also, thank you. Also, that you know I'm by myself again. So I appreciate all of the awesome, Emily, how you doing? Awesome, guys. Hey, Stuart, I see everybody coming in. I'm alone again because, I don't know, people are on summer vacation, they're on break or whatever, so I'm by myself doing this haircut and the camera guy. So please bear with me. And, you know, I'm going to be doing a live haircut. So let's get started. So let's zoom in a little bit here. And we've got Harry Styles right here. So I'm going to adjust the camera for you guys. Again, bear with me. I'm by myself on this. Let's go right there. That's a good angle for this. So I know this is Steve from Hair Art Products, and this is a really, really high quality mannequin and a really great mannequin. Hair Art Products really makes the best stuff. So I really, really suggest checking out their mannequin heads. If you're a professional looking for good mannequin heads, the link is in the description down below. So I have done tutorials, Emily, I have done tutorials for curly hair already. So I'm going to try to get to the comments as well as doing this. Stuart, my man. Yes, Stuart. So just so you guys know, this is my main camera. I'm on the C100 Mark II, and I've got a Sigma 24 to 70 lens, which is a very good lens. So yes, this is from my, I'm now able to stream from my main camera that I shoot on all the time for you guys to bring you the highest quality I can. So let's get started on the haircut. All right, here we go. So basically Harry's new haircut, and you can, you know, Google Harry Styles and you'll see his like newest haircut. The Late Show he was just on, and you know, again, it's a really, really cool kind of somewhat different than his usual haircut, a little more grown out, but still kind of a really nice tapered look. So I think it's a really cool haircut, and I'm really hoping you guys are gonna dig it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start right in the base, right in the back, and I always like to do that. And I'm gonna start with it just kind of a little bit longer because his hair is a little bit kind of more wispy and longer in the back, in the nape. So I want to leave a little length that I can go back in and add some texture to later. But as you can see, what I'm doing is literally I'm combing the hair and I'm just using my hand to cut, and I'm holding the section away with my other hand. And I'm just literally creating that straight line right through here. Then I'm going to come in on the other side and cut it off as well. So as you can see, what we're doing is creating a simple kind of straight base line in through here. And I didn't use my hands whatsoever. I'm just literally taking the hair, combing it down like this, and now I'm locking in and cutting straight across. This is just the foundation of the haircut. Now keep in mind, you know, it is the back, but the back is just as important as the front because, you know, for your hair, and if you're a hairstylist, you know, when you're doing someone's hair, sometimes people neglect the back, but like people are either looking directly at you or behind you. So you want to make sure that every bit that you're cutting is just as good as everything else, you know? And as you can see here, I'm really moving along here relatively quickly throughout the nape area because I really want to get this, you know, you don't have to spend so much time, you know, spending 45 minutes. You could just literally lay the scissor down and cut straight across, and then we're done. And even though this isn't a real person, you always want to make sure that you're cleaning the neck. So, yo, what's going on, everybody? I have done a haircut with layers and short. Just everybody, like, everybody just search my channel for the haircuts because I've most likely done it already. And I know that we're live, so we are going to get some crazy lunatic spam trolls here, and I apologize for that. So just bear with me on that, and hopefully we'll have a good time. And you know, please be respectful. It's all I ask. All right. So now what we're doing is, as you can see, we've got the length down through here, and now we're going to work upwards around the ear area. You can't hear me. Hi, Jack. I wonder why. I don't know. Yes, everybody can hear me. I've already done a mic check already. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go in through the, around the ear area, okay? So I'm just going to kind of cut right around the ear area and work this down this way. All right. Now he does have a little bit of length kind of working around this way, but I'm combing everything down on the side to this one part right in through here, as you can see. And now I'm just going to point cut right in through here, and I'm going to comb down and point cut right into this area. I'm going to leave this because I want to cut this a little bit differently right in through here, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And again, point cutting right around the ear area. Now, I think he's trying to grow his hair out again. I could be wrong, but it looks like he's kind of growing it out a little bit. So this could be the start to the traditional Harry Styles haircuts that we're seeing. All right, so now what I'm going to do is push that out of the way. We have this to connect in, and now we're just going to connect right up that way, right along this base area, right in through here. And we're going to comb this straight down, over direct, and just kind of have it so it's a nice angle working in this way. All right? What's going on, everybody? Mr. Blue, please don't tell me I'm going to have to block you soon. Just be respectful, please, dude. All right. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to comb this all back this way, and I'm going to cut downwards. As you can see, I'm combing back, and now I'm bringing it all forward, which is going to give a little bit more of a kind of a sweeping look. And now on this mannequin right here, you know, it's got a little more of a sideburn, so you have to keep that in mind. But here we have the traditional kind of Harry Styles. Awesome, man. Here we have the kind of traditional Harry Styles haircut. But what I'm going to do is keep this out of the way here. We're going to comb straight down like that. And I'm going to actually cut upwards now, kind of face framing it, just like that. Because he has a tendency to have his hair a little bit more that way, kind of coming towards the face. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to comb all the hair down and just lightly point cut into this area right in through here, all right, to give it kind of that traditional Harry Styles look. Then what we're going to do is go back in and layer it. So now we're going to work on this side. So I apologize. I'm just going to stop and read some of the comments here. Yeah, between like the dudes, yeah, I appreciate some respect if you guys are watching my channel. If you're just some like random dudes from the Middle East trying to like start stuff, then like that's cool, but you know, you can. Hey Angelo, how you doing? What's going on? Anybody here from USA? Let me know if you're here from USA. What's going on? How you doing? All right, so now we're gonna do the same thing on this side in through here. I'm just gonna comb this down, and I'm gonna cut, again, around the ear area. So I'm gonna start right in through here, and bring this around, working down that way. Section by section, I'm just literally combing this down. As you can see, I'm holding this right here. I'm holding the hair out of the way with my hand, kind of acting like a clip. So if you've never, if you want to work a little bit faster and more efficient, I would say, just comb the hair down like that. There, I'm holding the hair out of the way with my hands, which is a nice little trick. And I'm, point cutting kind of around the ear area. And I'm stopping again right in that sideburn area, right in through here. So everything is being combed down over this to be consistent. And I think what's cool about this is this point cutting, this technique right here, will allow it to be a little more kind of natural. So you could still achieve a clean cut, like tapered look, but I think the point cutting really helps. So now here is where I'm going to connect that short bit in through this area around the ear. All right. Hope you all are still with me. Hold on one second. I don't know what happened. Give me 1 second, everybody. I know we're still live. Let's see. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So how would you point cut around the ear area without cutting? Yeah, that's awesome. So basically, you really just have to use you have to be very careful and take little cuts like this. You don't want to go in with the shears and really gash into it. That is where you're going to come into a problem. If you really go in and chop into it, because yeah, you might actually cut the client's ear. So the best thing to do is just do tiny little nips, just like that, and really just eyeball it. But the best thing is to really just use your thumb like this, okay? Sorry guys, hold on a second. I don't know what is going on here. Great, awesome. Jack Anderson, I've literally done like 8 million Justin Bieber haircuts. Yes, Stuart, these are my scissors right here. These are my scissors. I wonder if everyone can see what's going on. I hope it didn't freeze up or anything. Okay. There we go. All right. Thank you, Best DIY. Awesome. Garrett, what's going on, man? All right, so now that's all combed down, and what I'm going to do is we're going to comb this forward on this side right in through here. Let's take up the length a little bit on the sideburn area, because those sideburns are relatively long. And now we're going to comb this all forward, and here's where we're going to create that kind of traditional Harry Styles look that he has right in through here. And you can even comb this all towards the face this way. So if you notice in a lot of his haircuts, especially lately, he kind of has that messy look. It's still clean, but it's still a little bit on the, kind of jagged side into here, which he's kind of notorious for. All right, so there we have on that side there. And we are now going to start in through the back. All right, I'm just going to read the comments. George, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Awesome, Jack. Dude, Jack, just type in Justin Bieber, the salon guy. And for anybody who's looking for information or videos that I've done, that's all you have to do is type in whatever you want to see and then add the salon guy to it, man. Jackson, how you guys doing? Missouri, awesome. Armand, how you doing, man? All right, so now we're going to start with the layering in the back. And I'm going to cut this to probably about, I'd say, 2.5 inches in length right into here. And I'm going to cut the first panel going in this way in through the top, kind of the middle of the back of the head. All right, I'm not cutting the top first. I'm literally just creating my length in the back. And this is how I would usually kind of cut this. You know, if you're cutting hair and you're kind of lost or you don't know what to do, you know, just go wherever you feel comfortable. You know, as long as you know what you're doing, why you're doing it, then, you know, that's the most important part. So what I'm doing now is I'm literally pulling everything out, straight out from the head. Okay, let's turn a little bit more this way so you guys can see. Let me bring the camera down a little bit. All right, because I want you guys to really see this here. There we go. Let's zoom out. PewDiePie, that's awesome. Oh, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Yes, Stuart, everything has to be consistent, or else you're going to have an uneven haircut. So all your sections have to be consistent, just like how I'm doing. All right, but I'm combing that out of the way, and your sections have to be thin enough that you can see your guide, and if they're too thick, that means you might be cutting, you might not be accurate with your haircuts. All right, so now what we're doing is I'm going right back here, and I'm going to be working on the lower half of the head. And then I'm going to work in through these corner areas a little bit later. But right now, I'm actually going to be focusing on the lower half of the head. And I push this over this way to get it out of the way. And let's see, Stuart, if that answered your question. Yes. Yes, Mr. Blue, I will soon. I know he just got his hair colored recently, and I said I was going to do it, so I'll do it and then reach out to him, and hopefully he can share it with everybody. All right, so again, we're combing everything straight out from the head. I'm leaving this part for later because I want to work really right in through here. But the key to being consistent is your body positioning. Yes. Yeah. Do you ever come into London? Oh, man, I haven't been to London in a while, but I'd love to go back sometime. Definitely, I miss England. All right. So again, as you can see, combing everything straight out. This part is probably about, I'd say, 2.5 to 3 inches the most. You don't want to go much longer than that. You still want it to look, it's a good length because it's still short, but it's not like ridiculously long either. So the 3-inch length for the hair is definitely kind of that moldable length that you can really do a lot with, but it can also look very messy as well. So you have to really be sure that when you're styling it, you're controlling it as well. And Harry seems to kind of get away with his hair looking good no matter like what he does, which is unfair. But now is the part where we're going to connect these corners into here. Now I do this a lot in my videos and when I'm cutting hair. So I'm going to come in this way, and I'm literally going to now cut palm to palm, and I'm cutting on an angle, working downwards. So I'm cutting down this way, and palm to palm means both my palms are facing each other, which allows for me to really see what's going on in the haircut. And you can look under and you can see any sort of guide that you have. So when you hold the hair out, you can see what's underneath it, and that is your guideline, all right? Yes, Alex, just search my, thank you, man. I appreciate that. All the compliments. Hello from Brazil. Yes. I do these videos, Garrett, whatever, dude. Don't waste my time or everybody else's time by being a douche. Emily. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. I'm trying to keep up with the haircut and the comments. And like I mentioned, there's going to be the typical douchebag, the typical 14-year-olds who have nothing else better to do than be bully trolls, but I have no time for that. So now what I'm doing is I'm literally connecting up this way. And as you saw what I did by pulling everything out, you can really see what's going on. You know, cutting palm to palm is like really, really essential because everything jumps out at you. See, it all is shown right there. And then you can literally comb everything, see it however you want it. And if anything is longer, then you can go in and cut it. All right. 14. Thank you so much. Hey, Matt, what's going on? Degrees. Cosmetology school, curious how to determine it. All right, so here's a great question about degrees. So you hear like 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 0 degrees. 0 degree elevation is everything that's literally straight down. It's no elevation whatsoever. That's 0 degrees. 90 is pulled straight out from the head, supposedly, and then 45 degrees, excuse me, 45 degrees is when you're cutting in this way and creating kind of weight. So I don't always necessarily talk about the degrees as much, but I can tell you one thing. What happens if you say, oh, I'm going to cut it at 92.5 degrees or 46.8? You know, like degrees are, oh, thank you so much, everybody. I sneezed, so I apologize. Thank you. Degrees are important, understanding, but I don't complicate it as much. I just say wherever you're pulling it, make sure you know that it's doing something. So if you hold the hair straight out from the head, just know, you're cutting it straight out. But if you hold everything straight out this way and you turn your fingers on an angle, just know that you're going to build weight here. So that's where angles and degrees kind of come into play. But in my opinion, like, it's good to understand what that really is, but don't overcomplicate it, because you'll be sitting there going, wait, is it 90 degrees? Then how do you know it's exactly 90 degrees? What if it's like I said, 12.4 degrees? Just I think whatever looks good, but I don't think about degrees when I cut, like, at all, to be honest with you, like, never. So I don't think you don't really need to. Maybe in the beginning, but it's important to understand what those degrees are, I guess, just to know in general. But you do get the kind of tech buffs in this hair industry that want to know, oh, what elevation? Is it 90? Is it 45? Is it 0? I mean, like, I don't know, dude. Like, how does it look? So I'm just jumping in here. Taylor, yes. Mr. Blue, thank you. Holding section out straight. Thank you. So basically, I'm trying to keep up with you guys, man. I'm trying to keep up. Yes, this actually would look good. This would look good on curly hair. Stuart, so basically, you don't build weight if it's all blended together. The only time you build weight is through how you hold your hands and how you hold your fingers. You can remove weight by cutting this way, but your fingers and your hands will really dictate, and your arms, everything really connects in motion. That's what's really, really important, is everything has to connect as one, and you can build weight by mistake, to be honest with you. You can really build weight by mistake and or cause a weight line. A weight line is something that's like not the most pleasant thing. So let's get back to this haircut, because once this video is done live, it's going to live on my channel. And hopefully people that go back and watch this or see it for the first time can find some value in it and learn a thing or two. But let's just look at the back right here. Okay, let me show you guys the back. and where we're at with the back. Let's see how Harry is coming along here quite nicely, quite nicely. There we go. So now what I want to do is I just want to kind of point cut into it this way, right at the nape area. Give it some nice texture and point cut a little bit, because that's going to give it that added shape. And you can then slide cut in. But I like to do this when it's a little bit dry. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work in through the top section. Awesome. I'm sorry if I'm missing all of these. I'm sorry if I'm missing all these comments. And again, I apologize for the idiots that are on here. Most of you, like 99.9% of you guys are awesome, but the people that come on here, like, I apologize for the rest of you that have to put up with the morons. All right, so basically Harry seems to go over this way, especially with his current style. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna comb this all down like this, and we're gonna start to connect this part right into here. And I haven't cut the sides yet, but we're gonna keep kind of that part right on this side and through here. All right, let me see. Yes, and I did a K-pop last week, so definitely subscribe to my channel and check it out. So let's just zoom out a little bit so you guys can see here. Now, I'm gonna raise the camera a little bit because this is important to see this. All right, so now we're going to, this is the part that's really, really important. And what we're gonna do is now bring this up and work towards the front and the top. So this is where you could actually build weight, especially if you don't really want to, but following the head shape really is crucial, because when you round it out, what's gonna happen is it's all gonna connect together. So that hair right there on top, that is what the weight is, all right? That's actually weight right there. And I don't want that. So we're gonna cut it. And here we go. And this side, I haven't started working on the actual other side of the head. I'm just working in this way. So now I'm combing this all straight back, okay? Because I want to connect this part. Right here is the most crucial part of the haircut right here, all right? Thank you. Hey, Jill, how you doing? Yes, I'm going to start. That's cool, what you like to fiddle with. Jill, thank you so much. Oh, dude. Sorry, guys. This Ryan idiot, I have to block. I'm just going to go block him because I have no time for morons. And I apologize. So, goodbye, Jake. Good. He's gone. Awesome. Beautiful. I'm sorry about that, guys. I had to remove this idiot. So I apologize. Yes, Jack, every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. we're live. All right, 8 p.m. So I apologize for that delay. I had to go block that idiot. Hey, Lucas, I did a video, an actual video, how to deal with calyx, an actual video dedicated to calyx. So, all right, so let's get back to this video. So now what we're doing, and this is important, especially Stuart, all of you guys that are watching. So you've got this hair right through here. Now watch this. Let's pull the hair straight out from the head and let's see what happens. So look, if you hold the hair at this angle this way, you're gonna build a weight line that falls on top of that. Now watch what happens. As we follow the head shape, see all that hair that's coming out of my fingers? That is where you want to pick the shape up, and that's where you want to pick up cutting the length. Now watch. See how that all falls out of my fingers and falls right on top? But there's no weight line whatsoever. We just created a nice shape that will not build up weight, but instead will be blended in. This is the best way, all right? And I do this all the time on every single haircut, male or female. For me, the best way to actually blend going from the back to the front. And literally, it's following a pattern. That's it. I'm telling you right now, following a pattern, and you should be good to go. Now, when you comb this straight down, look, you get a seamless look without any sort of harsh lines or anything. But keep in mind, we still have to go in and cut the corners into here. But now that we have this part into here, we can work horizontally forward. Oh, that's great, Stuart, man. I appreciate it. I apologize, guys. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to pay attention to the people that are paying attention to me. And I apologize to everybody that is here that actually wants to learn something and that finds this interesting. So if you're just going to sit here and spam, like, do not waste my time or anyone else's time. All right. So now we're going to hold this straight up from the head this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut horizontally because we already have that guide and that length from before. So now all we're doing is literally combing it straight up from the head to create that shape. And he gets like a lot of volume on top of his head. So this is definitely for someone who has, you know, really thick hair like Harry, or that wants, you know, to do something with their hair, but something a little more modern than the average, like the same undercut that, you know, everybody and their cat has, which is a great haircut. Don't get me wrong. Their undercut's still a great haircut. But this is just something a little bit, I think, different. So now, in this area right through here, my elbow, look at this elbow right in through here. All right? If you drop your elbow down, you're not gonna be super balanced. So here's what happens when you drop the elbow. Look, my finger positioning, all right? Now, I'm literally keeping my elbow right here level, parallel, which is allowing me to cut straight across. Okay? That is really, really key, especially for people that are just learning. Your arm positioning and body positioning is really, really crucial. Let me turn this around this way so you can see. See my arm, this elbow. If I see like a lot of people, when they cut, they go like this. Now look what happened to my finger positioning. I'm going to cut down this way. When you keep it straight like that, you're basically cutting straight across. And that is really, really key. All right, we're getting there. So basically now, we still have more hair to cut into here, but what I want to do now is connect the sides, because we have to connect this part into here. So let me jump in and read some of the comments. There we go. Awesome, Stuart. Yes, Hazy. Yes, Taylor. All right. Emma. Oh, all right. I'm trying to keep up with all you guys. So now the corner. The corner is really, really essential. Now you see that longer hair? We have to cut that because that is what's going to build weight, and we don't want to do that. We want to create a nice kind of textured look that has a nice blend to it. But also keep in mind, again, Harry's hair has that texture to it, but it seems like he always likes to wear it very like messy, you know? He wears it very messy, and you need a little bit of length to do that with. So now here's the very, very front, which we'll go back in and cut. And now the very, very bottom, don't forget, this is a crucial part right into here. I don't know if you can see my fingers. Here we have the length right here above the ear, and then there's that. So what are we doing? We're literally cutting off all of that hair. We're cutting off all that hair in the middle because it doesn't need to be there. It does not need to be there. And now it's what I'm going to do throughout all this. And as you can see, by following the pattern, it's just literally, it's like becoming very, very easy to work through this haircut. All right, so let's jump on the comments again. Emma. Yes, Emma, let's keep it chill. Awesome. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Jill, for watching. I appreciate that. I've already done Cameron Dallas. Jill, thank you for coming in here. Emma, please be nice and respectful, all right? I appreciate you watching, but please be respectful. So now I'm just literally going to be working upwards like this. And the scissor over comb really comes in handy because sometimes you can get around doing much quicker things with scissor over comb. So let's see what the side here, I just want to show you this side is complete right in through here. All right. So he likes to wear his hair up like this a lot, but if you notice, you've been following, he's got like, he still has that traditional kind of like typical Harry Styles, you know, messed up kind of look, which I think looks awesome. All right. And we're getting, you know, we're getting there. I think it's looking cool. All right. What do you guys think? Oh. Awesome, Olivia. I appreciate that. Really, really great. Emma, I've given you like 9 shout outs. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Emma, I hate to do it, but if we do have, you know, one more kind of crazed interaction, we're going to have to do something that I don't want to do. All right. So now we're going to work on this side right in through here. All right. We're going to work on this side right in through here. Now, we're following the same technique that we did on the other side of the head. And if you notice where I'm standing, now I'm standing straight the way this way. All right, I'm standing in front of the client's or the mannequin's face because it's allowing me to be kind of right in through here. Now watch this. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to zoom out, way out. All right, I'm going to show you guys something. This is a very common body positioning that I see all the time, which I don't recommend. All right, so a lot of times people, now watch this, come over the top this way. Already my ribs, my side here, my back, and they come over the top this way. I feel like I should go in the emergency room right now because I'm so uncomfortable. All you got to do is literally stand facing the client this way. My body positioning is still parallel, it's still leveled. All I'm doing is literally cutting like that. All right? I'm not putting my body in an awkward state. I'm literally standing straight up this way. I'm standing straight, but I'm not making my body feel uncomfortable. And trust me, for all of you people who are looking to become hairstylists and everything, like this is really, really key. It's a really key tip as far as body positioning. Like body positioning is really, really important. All right. So here we go, right into the front. Once again, we're getting that traditional kind of Harry Styles look. And now I'm going to cut palm to palm just to make sure we're cutting down. All right. I've done Ronaldo plenty of times. Thank you. We're getting there. I've done like 4 Ronaldo haircuts. So if any of you guys are new, literally go into the search bar on YouTube, type in whatever you're looking for, and then add the Salon Guy to it. If you're asking to see a Justin Bieber haircut and a Ronaldo haircut, you literally don't even, like, you never subscribed to me. You're not subscribed to me and you just came here. I welcome everybody that's new, and I really am thankful that you're here. But I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. So I've probably done your requests already. All right, so let's see what we got here in the front. I'm going to zoom back in a little bit so we can check out the haircut here. Let's see how Harry's looking. Right. Harry would be so proud. Billy Corgan. Yeah, oh, you're the one who did that, huh? Help with the top back is, yes. Right. Alexis, how you doing? Awesome, Jack. That's cool, man. I appreciate that. All right, so now I'm just going to follow this up this way because he kind of has that shape. And I just want to remove that excess bulk right into here. And here's where the scissor over comb comes in handy. All right, I'm going to get my longer shears right through here. Again, these are from hairproducts.com, and I'm literally just going to go in and do scissor over comb to remove some of that excess weight and length right through here, just to make it a little bit shorter right here. Okay, there we go. And when you comb the hair, you know, you almost want to be like combing and cutting constantly. So let's have a look here. Now I'm going to comb this down right into the front, and look how long that front part is. So I'm going to take a little bit of that length off, so it's not it's not too long. The key to these haircuts is you want to make sure you leave some length in the front as kind of protection, so you're not cutting the hair too short. Now let's take the section straight back this way and remove any sort of excess weight. Again, this like that. There we go. This is a little trick that I do to make sure that all the hair is connected and blended on the top. I literally go vertically throughout the entire top of the head just to make sure everything kind of is in sync here. There we go. Now let's do that on this side over here. And soon we'll be ready to start the styling process on Harry. How's everybody doing? Enjoying the Harry Styles haircut? There we go. Let's bring this up this way a little bit. I know he kind of has that traditional kind of look that he's always doing. Let's see how that's looking right into here. Great, let's jump in the comments. Awesome, Nick, how you doing, man? Jack, man, I literally have done, I just did a K-pop hairstyle. Asian Zone TV, like I just did a K-pop 2-block haircut last week. I've done that. Thank you, Calum, I appreciate that. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to just add a little more texture right in through here. I still feel this might be a little bit long right into the top. So I'm just going to take a little more length off right in through here. There we go. And now we're going to start the styling process. All right, now before I do that, I just want to add a little bit of texture to it. And I'm just going to start point cutting throughout the whole thing. And this is the cool part about all this, is adding, you know, some point cutting, removing some of that weight. And I'm just literally being aggressive with it. You can do a little bit of slide cutting this way, which I think always works nicely. As you can see, you have to be aggressive, but you don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be chopping off huge strands of hair. There we go. And I think in his latest photo, his hair has definitely been a little bit longer. Yes. Cole Sprouse. There we go. About Neymar's hairstyle, his natural texture is an afro. So he's just growing out his natural hair texture, and I'm not going to be doing a haircut on his naturally kind of kinky, wavy hair, unfortunately. That's just his hair type. All right. So now I'm going to be using Pre-Style, which is my gel mousse. So this is an actual real pre-styling product. All right. When you get the non-professionals talking about how their clay or their toothpaste or whatever the hell they're making, this has been made as an actual pre-styler. That's all it is. And I'm a hairstylist over 20 years. And a pre-styler and a product has to have one thing that it's doing, you know, in my opinion. That's why there's products like this that are made just to do that. So I like to, that's why I had this, you know, this is something that's been tested for so long. And when I finally came out with it, I mean, it was exactly what I wanted to do, is be a pre-styling product. So I'm putting this in. It's a gel mousse. A little goes a long way. It's unfriggin' believable for a volumizing pre-styling product. So TheSalonGuy.com/shop is where I have my products. It's amazing. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting this in to build the volume into the hair. And now we're going to start kind of the blow drying process, as you can see. What do you guys think? I think it's looking a lot like his hair, right? I think it's looking pretty damn good. Let me just jump in the comments. All right, Jack, take it easy, man. Hey, Frank. Yeah, I know, man. Alexis, I'm sorry. I usually have people helping me, but like, you know, they're all drinking right now or getting wasted or at the beach. So who knows? All right, Lucas. Oh no. Sorry to hear about that, Lucas. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna blow dry it. I apologize if the blow dryer is too loud. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. But what I'm doing is I'm literally building volume and texture that way. I'm gonna blow dry this the opposite way, and I'm literally just using my hands and I'm locking this in. But I'm getting all this volume because of my product Freestyle. All right, this is a true pre-styling product that will give you the volume and texture. So now I'm just gonna shake this around a little bit, because he does have it a little more kind of messy, a little more textured. So by lifting, I'm going to give you guys a quick lesson on how to get volume. Everybody wants to know how to get volume in their hair, right? In their hairstyle. So what I'm doing is you want to lock in your fingers like this. Put your fingertips on the scalp, lock it in, and then lift and hold it. Just like that. Lock it in, lift, and blow dry right at the root. That's how you get volume. Look, you want volume? There it is. You can watch what's going on? You can watch the 18,000 non-professional hairstylists showing you how to get volume or how to slick your hair 90 different ways. But being a professional, I actually know how to do this. So I'm going to show you guys the techniques of how to actually do it. So you lock it in and you lift. And that's how you get volume. So now I'm going to bring this down this way. Bring this hair around like that. And in the back area right here, I'm literally just bring this around. Now again, Harry's hair is parted over this way. So by getting all that volume, we now have all this texture to work with. And see all that volume we created? I think it's looking pretty good. See that? So now I'm going to stand over this way, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to lift, lock my fingers in, and lift with my fingers, and then lock in the style. Now I'm just going to take my hand this way, and I'm going to work it down like he usually wears it, going towards the face. I apologize for the blow dryer, but hopefully you can hear me. All right, so let's see what we got. What do you guys think? Yes. Yeah. Hey, eat my bleep. Just be careful, dude. Don't be saying stuff like that. All right, so here we go. Now look at all this volume that we got, literally just from Freestyle, which is my gel mousse. And if you're in Europe, you can go to moqueur.com, moquer.com for cheaper shipping in Europe. They have this. Or if you're in the United States, you can get it. But I got all that volume from using my hands and this friggin' product. This is weightless. Look at that. I can run my fingers through it. It's weightless volume. This is a real friggin' pre-styler right here. Run my fingers right through it like silk. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my product, Bond Paste. Exactly, Sherry. Colin, what's so awful? This is my product, Bond Paste. Let's get a look at this. This is a great paste that is very user-friendly. I like to say it's user-friendly because it is. It's kind of got a very medium hold. You work it in your palm just like that, and then you really work it through your hands, and then you're ready to style it. So now I'm running my fingers through it just to bring out that texture. And now I'm going to bring this down towards the face. This way I'm going to accentuate that part. I'm going to bring it over, working forward this way, because he always has that kind of look. Let's go in the back here. What I'm going to do in the back is I'm going to rough this up a little bit down into here, make it a little more wispy. And I'm going to really, really work that product in. Now on this side, same thing. Bring this down towards the face. The key is to really, really sculpt that shape in. And here we have it, guys. What do you think? Let's put this level so you can see. Let me turn the camera down a little bit. And let me know what you guys think. Let's zoom out a little bit. Cool, right? There we go. Sorry, I'm being the camera guy too. Let's bring this over a little. There we go. I think this came out pretty awesome. You know, and especially now he's kind of like growing his hair out a little bit. I think it's definitely a little bit more of the traditional kind of Harry Potter, but with a Harry Styles with a nice twist. I just did a freaking Harry Potter haircut not too long ago. So let's bring this down like that. And again, I'm working this towards the face, and all this has got that added texture to it. What do you guys think? Beautiful. Thick, wavy, dry hair. All right. Let me just step in the front here so I can see how this is looking. The reason I'm doing this is because I got so many requests for this. Honestly, I got so many requests for this haircut. Sorry about putting my damn head in the camera. Dylan, I see that. I see it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Awesome. I know this is Steve, man. If you look up Channing Tatum, the salon guy, you'll see a video I did with this mannequin from Hair Art Products, and also with with this mannequin Steve, which is pretty funny. All right. So let's bring this a little bit closer. Oh, let me pull this out. Come on, Steve, work with me here. There we go. All right, here we go. Here is Harry. This is the Harry Styles updated haircut. It looks like he's growing it out a bit longer. It's about, I'd say, 3 to 4 inches right in through this area. The back, as you can see here, it's tapered down. Where it's about, I'd say, 1.5 inches right into the nape. It works in longer right in through here. This is probably about 4 inches, 4.5 to 5 inches the most are at the top of the hair. This is cut around the ear right in through here. But if you go back and watch the video, you'll see how I kind of added some texture to it, where I cut it around the ear, but I left this a little bit longer because he tends to always like to have that kind of hair moving forward towards the face this way. And the same thing on this side. I created a part, kind of a hard part over here to comb it over here. And we left some volume on top. I used pre-style. And here we have the finished result. Finished it off with bond paste. And there we have it. So what do you guys think? I hope you like it. Oh, that's awesome, Stuart. Yeah. All right, so let's get into the comments. There we go. So I've been getting a lot of questions. How do I deal with frizz? Frizz comes down to products. All right. I have an amazing product called 25 hair benefits. It does fight frizz. So that's one thing you need to is use the right products, and then when you blow dry it, and then a finishing product. It all comes down to products, man. You really have to use the right products. Sideburns don't grow back. No, it does not make your hair oily whatsoever. There's nothing in it that's really going to make it oily. Let's see. Sideburns don't grow back. I mean, I've seen people, their beards don't grow in. You know, then don't wear sideburns. You know what I mean? Like a God-inspired haircut, Dylan. That's a good one. That's a good one. I did God's hair once. Let's see. Well, I have a question for all of you. All right, and I appreciate you all watching, but I do have a question. Now it's time to have a little bit of fun here where I can use your help. So I literally get like hundreds of requests a week. And right now I'm posting videos 5 days a week. It's pretty exhausting. And thick, dry, frizzy, wavy hair. I have a product called Plush, which is great. I have a product called 25, which is great. It helps smooth the hair, tame it down, gets rid of frizz, flyaways. You need something to smooth your hair. Check those out on my shop, John. So I'm posting 5 days a week, and I want your help on this. I'm trying to create like a daily theme. So Mondays is geared a little more towards professionals. Tuesdays is live every night at 8 p.m. Wednesdays is request day. Thursdays is Frank Enstein, which I can't believe I let the guy on my channel. Everybody seems to love Frank. Thursdays is, what is Thursdays? Yeah, Thursdays is Frank, and then Fridays is Free for All Fridays, where I literally do like anything. So what do you think if I did literally requests 5 days a week? Like, that's all I did was haircut requests from all you guys. Like, I can't even keep up with the requests. You know, I think that would do well. I want to create content that's like authentic, but at the same time, you know, it's my channel and I'm trying to bring you guys really, really great content, but let me know. Let me know. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Yeah, requests every single day, man. Yeah, Stuart, you know, it's so tough because like I can't keep up, to be honest with you, and it's too much work. I'm too busy as it is. Like 7 days a week, I'm literally filming, like working 7 days a week. So, but I get so many requests. The only thing is sometimes I get requests for things that aren't popular, and I put a lot of time and energy into the videos. So I don't want to do something that like one guy is requesting for, and it's like, I don't even do it. You know what I mean? But yes, Ashley, type in kids haircut or boys haircut, the salon guy, and you'll see. So I'm going to gonna keep doing these fun things. I know my character Frank Enstein. People seem to love him. He's, it's a funny character. I like doing comedy stuff. So I'm gonna try it out I like doing these live things. But let me know what you guys think. This is a modern haircut right here. You're asking me what's a modern guy's haircut? Yeah, but I don't have time for that, Stuart. Dude, I'm so busy. And I'll be seeing you Sunday, Stuart. I've done Cobain already. This is a modern haircut right here. This is very modern. You can do a lot with it. I mean, look at all that texture. Everybody wants volume and texture. Well, look, there it is. There's that volume and texture. Now, we could even mess this up even more. Look, we can mess it up even more. We can add even, some more texture to it, make it even have some more volume, make it even more wild. See that? That's looking pretty edgy too, see? Yes, the Baywatch one, Zac Efron, is coming up. Will, I work with the company hairartproducts.com, and I really get a good deal with them. So that's how I get them, and I like to stretch out the mannequins so I can do 2 or 3 haircuts. Yeah, Stuart, I appreciate that. But yeah, it's sick, right? Definitely sick. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave, and I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate this, and I will see you guys. Wait, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow I have a haircut for medium length, a grunge haircut, a grunge men's haircut. So it's a little bit longer, kind of Kurt Cobain-ish. I've gotten a lot of requests for more longer hairstyles for men, and I appreciate it. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to end this stream now, but I will see you all again very, very soon. Thank you, guys.